now come to the end of our last participant for the day, and he is Mr. Matthew Wallace from the National Institute of Education. He will speak on second language listening. It's all relative. Let's first hear what Matthew has to say about himself.
Hello, my name is Matthew Wallace. I'm a third-year PhD student at the English Language and Literature Department at NIE. I'm originally from the US, but I lived in Japan for about 9 years before I moved to Singapore. And when I was in Japan, I was an English teacher and a curriculum administrator, I guess you could call me, where I designed, implemented, and maintained a 3-year English curriculum with Japanese and non-Japanese teachers. And the reason I came to NIE into Singapore was to work with one of the researchers that had a profound effect on my teaching and my curriculum design, and that was with the incomparable Professor Christine Go. And I entered the 3MT competition for fun, and I've enjoyed my experience thus far in making my abstract ideas more accessible to a general audience.
Today I want to tell the true story of a very important international figure, about a Japanese student named Yoshi Hattori, who traveled to the US to study English. And as you'd expect, like most second language learners, Yoshi struggled at first with trying to communicate with his American peers. Eventually he started to make some friends and started getting invited to social events, like parties. And in fact, Yoshi was invited to the social event of the year, the Halloween party. Now, this was a testament to Yoshi's oral communication development, because for students like Yoshi in Japan or in China or in Korea, English class primarily focuses on reading and grammar, and there's a lot less focus on listening. And the reason is because we simply don't know that much about listening. Now, there are a few things that we do know. We do know that the more words we know of a language, our vocabulary knowledge, the more we are aware of our own capabilities, our metacognition, the better our short-term memory is, and the more we know about the topic of what we're listening to, the better we understand what we hear. But we don't know how these factors all work together to help us understand what we hear. And for students like Yoshi, this is a problem, right? Because it leaves him with undeveloped listening skills. But Yoshi was doing pretty well. He was invited to the social event of the year, the Halloween party, and as he walked up to the house where the party was, something very strange happened. Nobody was home. So he turned to leave, and then he heard a voice calling him from the garage, inviting him in, saying, "Please, please." So Yoshi walked into the garage, and then bam, he was shot and killed. See, the owner wasn't saying please at all. He was telling Yoshi to freeze. Don't move. Now, this is an extreme example of what can happen as a result of a lack of knowledge. We don't know how these factors all work together to help us understand what we're listening to. And to address this very important need, I'm going to Japanese senior high schools to measure each of these factors, vocabulary knowledge, topical knowledge, metacognition, and short-term memory, using valid and reliable tests. And then I'm going to use advanced statistics to see how these factors all work together to help us understand what we're listening to. Now, the results should tell us how important each factor is to listening, which in turn will help classroom teachers decide what to focus on in their listening classes, so that what happened to Yoshi won't happen again. Thank you.